Good morning, everybody. This is April 24th, about 9:30 in the morning. We'll walk out the garden, have a walk through and see what's going on out here. Nice day today. Going to be warm, sunny, partly cloudy skies. Nice day here in Orland. It could stay like this all the time as far as I'm concerned. Okay, walking up on here, right here on my left, I have a row of onions. I planted these in December, and they got heavy rain right after I planted them, and it got cold, really cold. Didn't get down to freezing, but it got pretty cold. And we kind of thought these onions weren't going to make it, but they did finally come up, and they're looking pretty good, and I think they're just getting ready to start bulbing. Right over here I've got a row of lettuce, and I planted this lettuce sometime in January, and that row runs from right there. You can see the onions. I ran out of onion seeds, so I filled out this row with lettuce all the way down, and you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think there's a couple of heads. I got 10 heads out of that. I don't get it. I'm having a hard time getting stuff to germinate, and maybe it's because I don't give it enough water after I plant. Here I got tomatoes in here. I got about 100 tomato plants. Need to hold this row. I think closer to 85, but getting some flowers on them. And down here I noticed the other day a couple of tomatoes hanging. So they're starting to put on, some of them are starting to put on tomatoes already. I think I got 4 varieties here. I've got a couple of beefsteak types up on this end. Then I have an early girl, and then I have another kind of tomato. Here's a tomato. This is on the early girls here, I think. There's a group of tomatoes right here. Oh yeah, I can see 4 or 5 of them there. Got corn planted over here. This will be the second planting of corn. So it went in the ground 2 or 3 days ago. This is the rest of the tomatoes up here. This is first plant of corn. It's up. I'm guessing it's 6, 8 inches, maybe 10 inches tall here. And this should be sprouting here probably in the next couple of days. If it stays nice and warm like this, it'll be real nice. I got a lot of empty space here because I cut back on some planting this spring because I am going to go on an extended vacation here in a couple of days. And I didn't want a lot of this stuff maturing while I was gone. And you can see these cabbages here they're ready. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to be gone a month. Get a little too much water, split open. But got some beautiful heads of cabbage here. Mustard up there is going to seed. My broccolis just didn't do much. This is what I get for a head of broccoli. Not even worth the time to grow. Spinach is going to seed. Potatoes look really good. Nice long row of potatoes here. But I'm going to let those grow until they mature. So got beets that are ready. There's a nice beet right there. So I got her all hoed up in the last 2 or 3 days. Everything's been hoed except the potatoes. They don't need it. And got some nice lettuce coming in here, and this stuff is really pretty. It's a shame because this is probably going to go to waste. Got collards here that I wish I had a little more time. I would be canning these collards, spinach, and mustard, canning up some mixed greens. But long row of cabbages here, and got a second row right there. So got a lot of cabbage, and I wish I had some cows because I'd be throwing it over the fence to them. Over here got cantaloupes starting. They should be, I'll be back before these start maturing, so I'll be able to pick these. Got some Swiss chard here right down this row. Now this lettuce is planted in little spurts because I had some space between the broccolis, and I planted the lettuce in the space between the broccolis, and then I tore the broccolis out. So all this bare stretches here are former broccolis. This is cauliflower here, and got a nice head of cauliflower here. It's probably time to cut this guy. He's pretty big. Let's unwrap him and see what he looks like. Oh yeah, he's a biggie. Yeah, time to cut him. This one here maybe also, he's ready. Got a nice head in there starting. So looks like these cauliflower could use a little weeding. I got a cauliflower right here going to seed, looks like. This guy got way ahead of me. He just popped out of there going crazy. Got a head starting in here. He's about baseball size right now. And this one, that is about tennis ball size. Got some more lettuce here. Got some kale up here that I don't know what it's doing, man. It took it a long time to sprout also. Some of it looks pretty good, and some of it is just this plant here. It's months old, at least a month old. This was pretty grassy, and I had a hard time finding them. I had to get on my hands and knees and look for them. They were only about a 1/4 inch high. And look at this little guy here. Now he's been here for a long time, but they're just not growing very good. And right up here at the beginning of the road, look at this guy. He's really tall.